Hey guys, well, welcome to our OLIABO presentation. Um, we are going to share with you an incredible product that's just come on the market. I'm going to share the three parts of a three-legged stool. I'm going to share with you information on the product, the company, and the Premium Pay, the pay plan. So let's get started.
Sometimes it's the simplest ideas that make the biggest difference. A connection to nature, a quiet faith in the greater good, a home grounded in simplicity. It's the quintessential Italian belief that health, happiness, and food naturally intertwine. The belief that these ingredients should be blended with love and care. Now combine this with something just as essential, a belief that every person, regardless of background, deserves to be treated with dignity and respect, and deserves the chance to live up to their fullest potential. Now take this worldview and marry it with a truly unique idea at the right time. Well, that'll make people stop and pay attention. A truly unique idea has the power to change everything. It stands apart. It challenges the ordinary. And in its simplicity, it can move the world forward. That simple formula, love, health, respect, and a singular, simple, extraordinary idea has the power to change lives in our community, in our country, and around the world. Life is short. Timing is everything. And this fall, everything begins.
Okay, OLIABO, the olive standard of health. Olive standard of health? What's that? What is that? Think about it. Uh, the olive, the standard of health? Yeah. I'm just as shocked as you are. I had no idea. But I had a conversation with a friend just calling to catch up, and he put me on the phone with Gordon, and next thing you know, Ray is saying, "Hey, you guys have to go down to Salt Lake to meet with Gordon. He's got something he's going to be introducing." And so that was the beginning of it. We had no idea, but this is what it's all about. And this is the cold first press from an olive orchard in Italy. And I love this saying, the hardest thing to see is what is in front of your eyes. How true is that? You know, you hear people say, well, yeah, olive oil is good for you, but you really you just didn't see it, you know? It's like, okay. But when we went to the corporate office, Ray suggested we go down there and meet with Gordon. We had to sign an NDA, and Gordon poured us a little shot glass of this. In fact, everybody at corporate, we were all in the conference room, and we all got a little shot of this. And toast in Italian. And then we all drank it down, and instantly everybody in the room started coughing. This is super high in a polyphenol called oleocanthal, and it actually burns the back of your throat when you drink it. And you just start coughing. It's absolutely amazing. I had no idea that would never happen if you just drink what you had in your kitchen cabinet. In fact, if you were to open the lid on what you have in the kitchen cabinet, I'm not saying it's rancid, but it smells rancid. There's no way in the world I'm going to drink that. This was sweet and green tasting, like a real light aroma of a wheatgrass. It was delicious. So one of these polyphenols that's found in this first press is called verbascoside. It helps neutralize free radicals to support brain. Sorry about that. Support brain, microbial, metabolic, vascular, inflammatory, and skin health. Like I said, it contains this oleocanthal, which is shown to moderate key enzymes in support of joint comfort, a healthy inflammatory response, brain function, and cardiovascular health. Now, something else that happened, I just received the product, I think it was Wednesday evening, and something else that was going on with me is my gums were a little bit inflamed. And normally, I would have to take some aspirin to calm it down a little bit. But I took the product, the OLIABO, the Prima, and the next day I woke up, no problem. So I don't know if the two are connected, but it's pretty exciting. We'll know more once you guys get your product and you start sharing your stories. And then there's also alurapine. Alurapine supports healthy blood sugar, microbial balance, weight management, and cardiovascular function. So, research links high quality extra virgin olive oil to brain health. Extra virgin olive oil is shown to improve cognitive function, reduce beta amyloid accumulation. Cardiovascular support. Extra virgin olive oil is linked to 30% lower risk of cardiovascular events. Now look at the dates on these studies, 2016 and 2013. These are all just recent. This is recent science. Extra virgin olive oil supports gut health by promoting microbial balance, reducing oxidative stress, and protecting the intestinal lining. That was 2018. Inflammation, high phenolic, extra virgin olive oil, which is what you see here in this picture. That's high phenolic. It's high in polyphenols. It's high in oleocanthal and works through similar pathways as ibuprofen, supporting a healthy inflammatory response. 2005. And then in 2022, there was a study on longevity and mortality. Extra virgin olive oil is associated with a 8 to 9% lower cause of mortality. Think about it. I'm going to go through the numbers, but everybody talks about the Mediterranean diet, and how good it is for you. So it's interesting. If you were to go to Google Scholar and type in olive oil and neuropathy, olive oil and cancer, olive oil and heart inflammation, olive oil and stroke, so on. Olive oil and whatever it is that you would like to get information on, you'll get results. If you do olive oil and neuropathy, there's 25,800 studies. If you type in olive oil and pain, there's 366,000 studies. Olive oil and stroke, 163,000 studies. Heart or olive oil and heart disease, 421,000. Olive oil and longevity, 89,000.
At OLIABO, quality is our first priority.
We're going to raise the bar. I am thoroughly convinced that this fall, this company is about to leave a dent in this industry that will be felt for many, many years.
When my brother Gordon approached me about this idea of OLIABO, olive tree-derived products, of course, olive extracts from the fruit itself, olive leaf extracts, olive oil itself, which is so powerful. I didn't realize to what extent it was until we really started diving into this idea of OLIABO.
This is the real thing that you're supposed to be using for the Mediterranean diet, which everyone keeps talking about.
OLIABO represents a revolution in multiple industries: skincare, nutritional supplementation, and direct selling.
It represents good from a health and wellness perspective. It represents good from a business perspective. It represents good from human beings just being around human beings. And that's something that we've sadly lost a bit in society, and we do that really well that community aspect of things. I like to refer to it as human touch marketing. Humans care enough about another human that they introduce a product, they introduce a business opportunity.
The opportunity lies in filling that gap of awareness. We want you to experience the product. We want you to have your own stories. We want you to get educated yourselves so that you can understand the incredible things going on in the world with olives and olive oil and that we're bringing to market through OLIABO, so that you can then go share that with others.
And we become part of something bigger than ourselves. And I learned that from an early age, from the health and wellness perspective and from the business perspective. And I'm grateful for that upbringing. And I'm here to say that in direct sales, we bring stuff to market that's never been brought to market before. We educate the masses on something.
Take that, marry it with a love of direct selling. You can kind of feel it, like something is happening. I'm very proud of that. I think if we take this little clip right here, this video, and we flash forward 1 year from now, we're going to look back and say, well, that prediction was delivered on in spades. And people are like, what is going to make OLIABO different?
Why olives? Why olive oil? Right? They've been around for thousands of years. Let me tell you about the awareness gap. Olives and olive oil, it's good for you. It's part of a healthy diet. The last 10 to 20 years, modern scientific studies and technological and manufacturing processes have been able to identify that olive tree-derived products, not just olive oil, but olive tree-derived products, including specialized olive leaf extract and olive pulp extract, have incredible health benefits that we had no concept of.
I was so intrigued and on board because of that Italian upbringing. We saw the power of extra virgin olive oil.
Color, smell, taste, where it was picked, when it was picked.
Extra virgin olive oil, we use the highest quality extracts from the leaf, the highest quality extracts from the fruit, and we're bringing to market the greatest quality products with OLIABO.
In any kind of a fast-moving startup, and OLIABO is a fast-moving startup, the tracking of commissions and the stability of the software is critical. And it's my commitment to you that the software, that the commission tracking will be stable and will be secure so that you can rely on that.
I'm kind of the numbers guy here, and my job is to help figure out how we can create value in a new company. I'm the guy behind the scenes who pays attention to all of those obscure words. We talk about depreciation, we talk about amortization, we talk about corporate governance and compliance. And you guys selling a product don't want to know anything about that. Honestly, neither do I. But I'm kind of an expert in those categories. What's awesome about this is I have Kent Wood here with us as well, and he's going to help me do that.
As CFO at OLIABO, you can have confidence that as you build your business, the rewards are going to come exactly as they should, when they should. We have implemented guardrails to protect not only the company, but the most important component of our business, field leaders.
We on our side, a corporate, want to help you out in the field do all that you can to be able to build your businesses. This is a 50-50 partnership. If you're not successful, we're not successful, and OLIABO as an entire whole is not successful. So that means I'm going to be doing everything I can to give you the greatest success that you can have.
An important part of my dual role as president and CIO is ensuring that the data and information that we're collecting into OLIABO, your information, your data, is secure and safe.
So one of the things that I really loved about the entertainment industry, I also find to be highly relevant here. We would take a product and we'd see it from its start and we would make a movie. Companies are no different than that. Companies have a life cycle. And what I'm excited about is that I'm here at the beginning of this, seeing the vision of what is to become. I look back on my history and I say, wait a minute, I was there at the startup of DreamWorks. You guys know DreamWorks. I was there when it was an idea and people were talking about breathing life into that idea, and look what it became. That's what we're doing here at OLIABO.
For those of you that know Gordon Wart, you can imagine how incredibly entertaining it is to work with him and to see the way that his vision and his brain brings these incredible creations to life. He manifests, he pulls out of the ether amazing creative concepts and he puts them down into the digital world and into video and into these just amazing works of creative art. An important part of my role is to take that content so that you can then have it as tools to share, to educate, and because it's just really fun and incredible content to watch. And in the end, that's what a company's all about. It's about the relationships that we create. So when Gordon asked me to be part of this, I said, absolutely. I'm in. How can I help?
If you've spent time in the health and nutrition industry or in the direct selling industry, I think there's an appreciation of this company that will be far beyond the average. There will be people that come into OLIABO that maybe have never had experience in direct selling or nutritional supplements or skincare, and they will think that this is the standard. I'm very proud of that. We say the olive standard. This is very important because this is our heritage. There is part of this story that is extremely authentic, and it is an homage to my wonderful mother that passed away several years ago. This is a testament to her authenticity. The other part of it is I had a wonderful, wonderful father that was Canadian, and he raised us and instilled us with the value of interpersonal business relationships. I think that that's going to be felt in spades in this company.
All right. So, one thing that another thing that I did not realize, and you probably didn't realize it either, that in Italy they consume 14 liters of high quality extra virgin olive oil a year. And in Greece, they consume 20 liters. In America, we consume 1 liter of crappy olive oil. What's crappy? Crappy is blends from 3 or 4 different countries. It's been pressed 100 times. I'm exaggerating, but it's been pressed a lot of times. And it may be in a clear bottle, and because of that, it oxidized. It's not good, not good at all. And what they consume in Greece and in Italy is closer to the first press. It's very, very high quality. And they put it on everything. And of course, Gordon tells us that his mother would take a spoonful every morning, and she would ask the boys to take a spoonful also. So it's pretty amazing. Now, what we've done, because how in the world are you going to get that first press to the world? How can you do that? Because it oxidizes as soon as as soon as oxygen hits it, it starts, its value decreases. In fact, it can only maintain its value for about 12 hours after the first press. So what they do is they go in and they remove the oxygen from the container. And then when they put it into the gel cap, they put it in an oxygen-free environment. So it's very high quality. What we're getting is very high quality. The other thing is that we actually fortify our formulation with olivectin. It's our own proprietary blend of the polyphenols from the whole fruit and from the leaf. And remember, I told you the story about how Robin and I went to corporate and did a shot of the olive oil, and everybody in the office was coughing because the throat was burning. Okay, so how are you going to get this how are you going to get this out to the world if it's going to burn people's throats? It's not going to duplicate out. You're not going to be able to really get it out to the masses. So how do you get around that? Well, you fortify it so that it's even stronger than the first press, because you're adding these polyphenols from the whole tree, and you're putting it in capsules. Okay, so you're not going to get that burning sensation when you take the product, but you're going to feel the effects of it. So you get, well, I'll get into it here, right here. You're going to get 2 gel caps and 2 capsules. So the 2 gel caps have the high in oleocanthal and polyphenols infused with rosemary. That's where you're going to get your high phenolic virgin, extra virgin olive oil. And then the green capsules contains our olivectin, which is the polyphenol extracts from the leaf and the fruit. And then the red capsule is our proprietary blend of grapeseed extract and lycopene. Lycopene is the outside skin of the tomato. Comes in this beautiful tin container, And the branding is phenomenal. All the branding is 50s type branding, but it's like Back to the Future. It's pretty amazing. And in this can, you'll get 30 of these sachets or pillow packs. And you'll put this can up on your kitchen counter or your kitchen table, and every morning when you get up, you'll go right in there, open the can, and grab one of these sachets out, tear it open, and that's your regimen. That's what you'll do every single day, and you'll be able to benefit from this in a huge way. Think about it. In the Mediterranean area, there are 3 blue zones where people live to be over 100, and they grow old healthy. They grow to a healthy old age. And Joe Morton was saying the other day that there's another blue zone that's going to be announced. So that would make 4 blue zones. And if they're consuming that much extra virgin, high quality extra virgin olive oil, that could be a big part of it. So I'm excited for all of you guys to get your first shipment and start taking the product. Now, our second product that will be released here in a couple weeks, they wanted to make sure that everybody got the Prima, and you all start to experience the Prima before they give you the Flex. The Flex is our joint and muscle ointment. You just rub it in wherever you have any discomfort, and it contains high phenolic extra virgin olive oil, olivectin, mangosteen pericarp oil, and squalene. Now, we received a couple samples of this, and we had incredible success sharing this with the most negative people on the planet. and so we were shocked, and that's when I called Gordon and said, Gordon, can I get a few people to sign a non-disclosure agreement, and will you go through your slide deck with them? I just can't keep this quiet, and I have to start building this. And so he agreed, and within 3 weeks, there was over 100 people that signed an NDA, and away we go. And you guys are all a part of that. So the third product that will be released a few weeks after we receive the Flex, and that is our VisoLux, our anti-aging serum, and our skincare package. This is also this has been created with the high quality extra virgin olive oil, the olivectin, the mangosteen pericarp, and the seed oils from the mangosteen. And we make no claims on any of this. We make no claims for our Prima, for our Flex, for our VisoLux. We just say, try it. We think you'll like it. Here's our corporate team. Phenomenal group of people. I've worked with the Mortons in another life, and I never had more fun and more success in all my years. And I just really enjoy being around these gentlemen. And Ashley is a gem. She is unbelievable. We're going to have so much fun working together. You just wait and see.
It's the greatest health story in the history of humanity that's never been told.
We're moving into the space next door.
So when Gordon called me, said, come in and just meet with us, get a feel for what we're doing, I was like, absolutely.
Big echoes. Because there's nothing in it yet.
There's a lot of different ways to make money in this world. At this point, I want to do something that's meaningful.
This is the tabula rasa. This is the blank slate.
It was a no-brainer.
OLIABO is a place where we can all come together and feel united because of one simple ingredient.
This kind of talent doesn't just wander in off the street. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our CFO, Ken Wood. He's carrying heavy things.
The timing to join these guys at OLIABO is amazing, and I have a feeling that I'll be issuing apologies for those early projections being far too conservative.
This thing's going to grow like a rabbit farm on a hormone diet. So, that being said,
So to me, this is OLIABO means heritage. It means my past. It means the history that I come from.
it's built here and it's built here. We kind of built it twice.
The atmosphere, the culture, everything. I felt like I got it back.
There's a beautiful documented history of this wonderful botanical. The olive tree, olive oil.
I broke a nail already and spilled a lot of things. Skincare is a huge part of OLIABO as well. That is so good for external and topical use.
This was my home again.
Where we were a few months ago, this was an idea. And you got, I think it's a great, big, huge idea. You got to treat that with respect. What's most important is where we're going to be 30, 60, 90 days, 1 year from today. If you are passionate about growing this thing, a year from now, we're going to be taking our top folks and we're going to go on a little adventure to Italy and we're going to enjoy the olive harvest together. When you get a job, you go to work for a company, but when you join OLIABO, the company goes to work for you. All this stuff that we're doing here is today, moving stuff in. It's really for the wonderful people that represent our products, our customers, and I think you can kind of feel it. It feels like authentic, organic. So from our little home office here to your living room or wherever you are looking at this, grazie tante. Grazie mille. Thank you very much.
Man, I get so emotional. What is wrong with me? I think I get emotional because I think about you guys and how this is gonna change your life. Not just you know my friend Keith always says there's only two pain points that people are dealing with today. One is financial pain, and the other one is physical pain. And we have something that's going to take care of both. And you guys are here, right now. The timing is unbelievable for this. So, in a really simple way, I want to explain to you how the company compensates us for inviting three of our friends to join us. So, you work when you want, where you want, and with who you want, and earn what you deserve. Boy, that you can't get any more fair than that, right? I mean, I worked all my life to make other people rich, and but in this business, you're working on your own financial situation. So it's all based on me and three. So basically, you just get an account, and there's no cost to get an account. You just fill out an application, and you can start sharing right away. You don't have to wait. There's no requirements. You can earn right away. Now, of course, if you want to earn, if you want to build a team, you can do that too. You can do that too. And I'm going to give you an example of what that looks like. So if you look at the top row, you see me and three times 2 prima times the volume times the percentage that we're paid equals the commission. And then on the far right, that's the cumulative commission. So in the far left, the me and three is you inviting 3 people to join you in the business, and they're going to invite 3 of their friends each. That will give you 9 on your team, and then those 9 friends will introduce their 3 friends, and that'll give you 27 on that third level. But if you follow it across from the very first row where it shows 3, it's 3 times 200 because each prima is 100 in points. So that would be 200 points times. It's actually it would be times 3 because each person has 2 prima. That's 600 in volume. times 5% is the $30 commission. And then the 9 on the second row down there, they each purchased 2 Prima. That's $1,800 in volume times 5% is $90. Now, you have the 90 and the 30, and that makes 120 on the far right. And then on the third level, it's 27 times 2 Prima is 5,400 times 10% because the third level pays 10%. That's $540. You add that to what you had before, the 120, and it comes to $660. I don't have my glasses on. So now, they've asked me not to get into the big numbers, and I think that's smart. I want you guys to figure it out. Grab a piece of paper and a pencil. Sit down with your favorite beverage, and go through this. Get a calculator and go through this. Go to the next level. What's 81 times 200? It's 16,200. And the rest of the levels pay 5%. So take that 16,200, multiply it by 5%, get the number, and add it to the last column and see what the total is. It's ridiculous how quickly it grows. But if you were to build teams of 3 and you were to drive it 8 generations in depth, you're looking at about $50,000 a month. And that's not including the 5% global bonus pool. And you could also recruit more than 3 if you wanted to. Get out a piece of paper and pencil and try the number 5. Try the number 4 and see what that looks like. And then you can decide for yourself where you want your focus to be. There's a lot of people on the team that are building a chart of 5. They're building teams of 5. The numbers are unbelievable.
La fine. Grazie per essere venuti e buona giornata.